Hello and welcome. In this session, we have an amazing guest who is actually, his name is Mudiwa and his YouTube channel is the Kambaz Family. And in this session, he's going to be sharing his journey about YouTube in Zimbabwe, and he's going to be answering some of the important questions that you may be wanting to ask as a YouTuber in Zimbabwe. So help me welcome Mudiwa. Mudiwa, welcome to the session.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, you know what, I was
Mm,
going through your YouTube channel and I see that you are a person who has ventured into a lifestyle kind of um YouTube. What
yeah.
inspired you to start such a channel?
It's not what inspired me, but who inspired me.
Okay, who inspired you then?
Yeah. It's American rapper and YouTuber
Mhm.
DDG.
Okay.
He, yeah, he basically inspired me just to start YouTube in general, or like let's just say social media as a broad term.
Oh, okay, amazing. So DDG, what sort of content does he create? I'm hearing him or the American rapper for the very first time from you. What sort of content does the person create?
Mostly vlogs.
Okay. On just like the same ones that you create on your channel whereby he's interviewing people and things like that.
Yeah, he started off like interviewing people, and then he now just moved to just recording his life or what he just does on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I've skipped a question rather, that I would
Mhm.
say for some people that are getting to know you for the first time, can you please
Yeah.
introduce yourself so that they can get to know you, who you are, and yes.
Okay. I'm Mudiwa. I'm 23. I am a YouTuber in Zimbabwe. Born, raised. That's where I currently am. And I have a YouTube channel. It's still growing and it's gonna get bigger and bigger by the day.
Absolutely. So
Hmm.
when I went through your channel, there's one thing that I need to ask in terms
Yeah.
of your ideas when coming up with content in Zimbabwe.
Hmm.
How do you come up with content in Zimbabwe? I see that you interview people
Yeah.
and what sort of strategy do you use to come up with content ideas?
I look for something people have never done in Zim.
Okay.
So basically, when I went through trying to create content in Zim, I looked for something people have never done in here, and public interviews came to mind.
Okay. So now when we look at public interviews, I see that okay, for some people, they may do what is known as scripting their channel or their
Yeah.
strategy before they get into creating the content. And what's your ideal model for creating content in Zimbabwe? A very good example is, do you script? Do you just go with the flow? Anything like that?
I go with the flow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go with the flow.
What about a situation, if you can explain briefly in terms of, have you come across situations whereby you have a challenge in terms of uh your audience. If you're saying you go with the flow, it's not scripted, and you're
Mm.
asking someone questions, and then it jeopardizes your whole concept. How do you go about that?
I try as much to redirect them into the direction I wanted to go in. So someone might go off topic, and then I might just ask a follow-up question to bring them back in the right direction or whichever direction I wanted to go through.
Okay. So now
Yeah.
let's talk about the money. Okay, let's talk about the money. You know, there's so
Mhm.
many ways to monetize a YouTube channel, and I've been speaking to a lot of YouTubers in Zimbabwe. The first one is probably the monetization, where you get to a certain number of subscribers, certain number of views, and then you get monetized. And some people, they have not taken that route to get their channels monetized, but they're using other means to make money from YouTube. What has been your model, or what are you working towards in terms of profiting from YouTube in Zimbabwe?
Most definitely, I'm looking to get monetized. So that's my main goal.
Okay.
But as I progress with YouTube, certain people look at you and they're like, "Oh, he does YouTube. We might want him to come do a brand deal for me." So I also get money from like brand deals, but not YouTube specifically. But my main goal is like to get monetized on YouTube.
Okay, so now where does your channel stand at in terms of subscribers and the views and things like that for you to get monetized?
For a YouTube channel to get monetized, last time I checked, it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And currently I'm at least over 830 subscribers, and my watch time is at a bit over or between 2,000 to 3,000 watch hours. So
Yeah, that's very amazing. I mean, it's gonna be easy for you to get from 800 to 1,000, I suppose, yeah?
yeah, I just have to be consistent.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, of course, of course. Now, in terms of your content strategy as a YouTuber in Zimbabwe, do you
hmm
have any specific time frames where you say, I need to target to do X amount number of videos? How do you go about that?
Um, as a content creator or as a YouTuber in Zim, I always have certain goals I give myself in making videos or posting videos. So in a month, I could say I need to at least make 4 videos, and out of those 4, I might only post 3. So I always have to give myself a target so that I work more and I just don't, sit back and relax.
Okay, amazing. So,
hmm
you said you're 23. I would take, I'm starting to grow gray hair now, and I would take, how many years? Oh, 14. I would take maybe 14 years out of your 23 years. How old were you 14 years ago?
14 years ago. My math is a bit terrible. 14,
Okay,
um,
let's say 23 minus 13. That's 10. So that means you're 9 years
yeah,
old.
that's yeah, yeah, that's correct.
So that's when you were 9 years old, that's when I started my YouTube channel. So
Mm,
yeah, that was about 14 years ago. And it's amazing to see the adoption of the internet in this era, especially in Zimbabwe. So now in
yeah.
terms of brand deals,
hmm
let's go back to that. Uh,
hmm
how are the brands adopting the idea of micro influencers on YouTube? Are they taking it up as a way to grow their businesses if you're also getting brand mentions and gigs from different brands? What is the adoption rate?
It grows by the day,
Or it grows
you
by
know.
the day?
Yeah, it grows by the day. Couple of months back, it used to be low, but then now they are now getting into doing collaborations with micro creators, depending with what type of niche they want to reach.
Okay, so I'm talking about. I'm also. Could you also please indicate on the companies that contacts you to say, can you mention our brand, especially companies in Zimbabwe that are looking to grow their business? Because honestly speaking, I know that there is um, a room for many companies to grow and advertise their businesses. Are
Mhm.
they taking that up, or it's something that is difficult for most business owners to understand?
No, they are most definitely taking it up. Even bigger companies in Zim, they are still taking micro creators to do certain stuff for them. For
Okay.
example, Nyarato, Simbisa brands, just to mention a few.
Okay, absolutely. But when you're talking of Nyaraj and Simbisa brands in Zimbabwe, these I would classify those as one of those big companies in Zimbabwe. But let's look at small business owners. Are they
Mhm.
also taking that up in terms of
Oh,
spending some of their marketing budget to say we're going to spend this money on micro influencers to promote our brand? or is something that
Um,
is difficult for them to understand now?
yeah, most definitely, they do.
Okay,
They,
absolutely. Now, where do you see yourself 5 years from now in the event, in the space of YouTube and content creation? What are your goals and
5 years from now,
yes,
5 years from now, I should at least have over 100,000 subscribers.
yeah,
Yeah, 5 years from now, and just to grow my brand bigger.
amazing. So now let's look at someone who is getting started. I see when you're doing your videos, I actually went through your YouTube channel and I love how you engage your audience,
Yeah.
having fun and anything in between. And I know
Hmm.
that quite a lot of people they'll be shy in front of a camera. Do
Yeah.
you have a lot of your friends who say, what does it take to start a YouTube channel? And what advice would you give them?
Um, Advice I would give to start a YouTube channel is just do it, you know. Sometimes as a person, a lot can hold you back because you
Yeah,
might think, if I start a YouTube channel, certain people might say this, certain people might say that, but as long as you feel you wanna start one, just go ahead and start. The moment you start, it's your mind, everything open to new possibilities.
absolutely. So looking at your journey, what has been your aha moment, wow moment when you're working on your YouTube channel in Zimbabwe? The moment that you say, this is a greatest milestone for me.
I would say my greatest milestone is one of my videos I've hosted before. I think it had over 20 people, close to 30. I was just still getting started. I was probably 8 videos in, and then I was like, let me host something and actually bring people to a certain venue, and let's just have fun there and fun record. And the turnout was amazing. I thought only like 10 people, below 10 people would come, and the numbers were just over 30. So it was just like a wow moment. I was like, yo, everyone's here for me. So it was just did something to me.
Okay, that's so amazing. And let's talk about when you got started. What sort of
Hmm.
challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
Challenges I faced when I got started was finding the right video to start with.
Okay.
That's what was most difficult for me, my first video, because I was still trying to think if it should be a sit down video or should I just go out and just do something. And how I overcame it was one of my friends. Shout out to Lenny, by the way. One of my friends was just like, yo, let's go out, carry your phone, let's just shoot something. And then, that was how my first video was made. It was a public interview.
Amazing. Amazing. I would love to look at that. When I look at people's channels, I always go
Yeah.
back and look at the very first channels that they did and the latest video that they have. And I looked at on your channel, I
Mhm.
was like, wow,
Yeah.
Kambaz Family is going far with this. So I was like, okay, this is so amazing, actually. So,
Yeah.
to someone who is getting scared to getting started with YouTube in Zimbabwe,
Mhm.
getting started with YouTube in Zimbabwe, what
Mhm.
advice would you give them? I know you had your fears in the beginning where you didn't know which channel to start off with and what should I do? Should I sit down? Should I walk? Should I run? Should I what? For someone who is getting started, what advice would you give them? I mean, someone who is in your shoes way back, they just can't get started. What advice would you give?
What advice? Be yourself and just start.
Be
Don't think
yourself.
too much about it. Never think too much about it. Just start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the adoption of internet, the growth. Right now,
Uh-huh.
Zimbabwe is a growing market in terms of the internet use, internet access. I'll tell you
Yeah.
back then when I started my YouTube channel, it was a bit hectic. There were
Uh-huh.
not so many Africans, being on YouTube and things like that. But over the
Yeah.
years, I've realized that more and more people getting to the internet. What sort of things would someone miss out if they don't get started now? Thinking that they may be too old, they may be too young, they may be too late, they don't know internet and things like that. What is it that they're going to miss out in the future?
They're gonna miss out on the journey and the experiences that come with starting a YouTube channel. Because when you start, you get new openings, you get to go places, places you could never imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. So now let's talk of community. Have you
Hmm.
done videos with other people? When
Yeah.
I was actually looking at your videos, I also went to look at someone else YouTube channel and I saw your face. I was like, oh, the Kambaz family is there again. And it
Yeah.
appears that you appear in other people's content pieces. What is the
Hmm.
strategy to that in terms of your growth and relationships with others? That is collaboration. How do
Hmm.
you go about it? What are the benefits? Just explain briefly on that.
The benefits, I would say, like if I'm on someone else's YouTube video, people might like my vibe or what I did in their specific video, and then they come to my channel and they might subscribe, so I gain extra subscribers or extra followers.
Absolutely. So it's all about collaborating, and then you can exchange subscribers when video is published, right?
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely, and also
What
we
ab
build friendships.
okay. What about in terms of ownership? Who owns the video once it's actually published? How do you negotiate that and decide that?
um how it works, whichever channels whichever channels the video is posted on, that's the owner of the video. So if I collaborate with someone else and post it on my channel, I'm the owner of the video. So we might just exchange. You might do, if I'm on their video, next time they're on my video. So that's how it works.
Okay. So in terms of someone who's getting started with YouTube channel in
Yes.
Zimbabwe,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about equipment. A lot of people sit back and relax and think that, okay, I'll get this equipment and then I will, I will do this XYZ and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, what's the most important piece of equipment that someone might need to get started? To be one or two or even one piece of equipment.
One piece of equipment that someone needs is just a phone.
Okay,
To start, if they are starting a YouTube channel, they just need a phone. That's all you need.
that's
And
really
that's all you need.
oh, that's pretty impressive. And then the second important thing,
Internet.
internet
Yeah,
access.
yeah, internet access.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. So now, if you have anything that you say, Kuda, you should have asked me this question about YouTube. What could that
Mm.
be?
That's a
Something that
good
you
question.
feel like you need to share with our audience, something that can be helpful. What would that be?
One thing I would share with my audience is be more outgoing when it comes to creating content. That's one thing I would most definitely tell someone, be more outgoing. Rub elbows with everyone when you're making content. Because you never know, I might talk to one person and they might give me advice that would change my whole perspective of what I'm doing. And that
Mhm.
could actually benefit me in the future.
Absolutely. Now, let's
Mhm.
talk about challenges. In every day-to-day life of a content creator in Zimbabwe, there are some challenges that are behind the scenes,
Yeah.
right? What
Hmm.
we see is a result of overcoming certain challenges. A very good
Yeah.
example, when you publish a video, when I looked at your video, I looked at them and just said to myself, I can't do that. I can't do what he just did. Simply because, I mean, the planning, the talking,
Yeah.
the conversation that you'll be having with people, the creativity, you know,
Hmm.
I'm seeing a result of something that was done, all right?
Yeah.
And I
Uh-huh.
see that the content pieces were edited together, this and that, this and that. What sort
Mhm.
of day-to-day challenges that you face that are very common? And you just say that no matter what, I have to overcome this and make sure that the video is published. What
Mm.
are some of those common challenges that you face?
Um, there are a few common challenges I face when I want to publish videos. Sometimes the videos might not be long enough, or I've lost certain audios on a video I recorded, so now I can't use that certain video, and not finding a cameraman. That's also one common thing I always face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about other social media platforms. Do you
hmm
own other social media platforms where you post content and that constitutes to YouTube? And which ones are those?
Almost definitely. TikTok.
Okay. And now can you talk about TikTok as a comparison to YouTube and how they both work together?
How they both work together is when I post a video on YouTube, I might clip a couple sections of my video from YouTube and put it on TikTok. So I can redirect people from TikTok to go on YouTube to watch the full video.
Oh, I see. So the idea there is you create a long video that is onto
Yeah,
YouTube and then you clip some of those uh,
yeah,
clips and then post them on TikTok and then from TikTok to
back to YouTube. Yeah.
back to YouTube. So it's a kind of a collaboration of what sort of editing software do you use in Zimbabwe to edit videos for YouTube?
On my phone, I use iMovies
Okay.
or CapCut. CapCut also works, but I'm more for iMovies person.
Oh, I see. So now we're
Yeah.
coming to the end of our interview. So I
hmm
want to ask you two important questions. The first one is how can people get in touch with you, or rather, how can people watch more of your videos? If you can share your handles, your socials, so that our audience can get to find you and learn more about what you do.
Okay. How to connect with me on Instagram or on TikTok? Underscore Kambaz underscore Kambaz being Kambaz underscore at the beginning, underscore at the end. That's same for my Instagram and my TikTok. And the
Okay,
way
and
to watch
yeah, go
videos,
ahead.
YouTube, the Kambaz Family.
To the Kambaz family. So that's
Yes,
what you are on YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
So a lot of people, I guess, our audience are going to be following that. Now,
hmm
if there is one secret that you could share with us, what would
Yeah.
that be?
One secret I would share is be yourself.
Okay,
Yeah, be yourself. Don't follow trends. Trends always die. But the moment you be yourself, you can last forever.
absolutely. You know
hmm
what? I want to thank you so much for these amazing nuggets that you have actually shared with us. And I really appreciate you taking time to answer some of these most important questions about your YouTube channel. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
That was the Kambas family sharing their story about how they got started with their YouTube channel in Zimbabwe. Somewhere around this video, you're going to find access to our community for content creators. I'm inviting you to be part of the journey and learn what it takes to start, grow a YouTube channel. And I can't wait to see you within the community and bye for now.